Dear students, myself, Dr. Mallikarjun S. Biradar, Assistant Professor in Mathematics, Government First Grade College, Oswapalli. Now, as far as sixth session is concerned, today we are going to discuss a characterization of Eulerian trail. So, let me recall what is an Eulerian trail. Okay, you know already an Eulerian trail is an open trail containing all edges of the graph. For example, this is an example. If I consider this as an example, okay, if I start at U, I may travel in this way, considering all the edges. Okay, I ended at V. So my starting point is U and ending point is V. So this is an open trail containing all the edges. So such a trail is called an Eulerian trail. Okay, let me consider one more example. Say this is G1 and this is G2. Another example, if I consider, okay, now I shall start at U. So in this way, if I travel, okay, like this, like this, like this, like this, I ended at V. So I have started at U and ended at V. So this is also an open trail containing all edges. So any graph which contains an open trail containing all the edges, then that trail is called an Eulerian trail. So that concept already we have discussed in the previous class. But today we are going to discuss what is the characterization of an Eulerian trail. So as a theorem, if I consider, first of all, an Eulerian trail is a connected graph. Okay, so that we consider obviously. Let G be a non-trivial connected graph. Connected graph. Obviously, we are considering this kind of graph. Okay, then G contains an Eulerian trail. Then G contains an Eulerian trail if and only if it has exactly two odd vertices. G has exactly two odd vertices. So this is the characterization of an Eulerian trail. Let G be a non-trivial connected graph. Then G contains an Eulerian trail if and only if G has exactly two odd vertices. So this is an Eulerian trail. This is also an Eulerian trail. If you count the number of odd vertices, these are the exactly two odd vertices, because remaining vertices are even vertices. What do you mean by odd vertex and even vertex? That already we know. If degree of a vertex is even, it is called an even vertex. If degree of a vertex is odd, it is called an odd vertex. So these are the two vertices. Degree is 1, 1. Remaining all are of either 2 or 4. It implies these are the exactly two odd vertices. Okay. Similarly, if I consider, I have considered this graph, and we come to know that it is an Eulerian trail. Again, apart from U and V, if you see the degree of other vertices, they are all even. These are the only two odd vertices. Okay, so exactly two odd vertices. So therefore, result has been verified with these two examples. Now we try to prove the result. Proof is very simple, of course. First we consider, of course, we are considering a non-trivial connected graph. First we consider the graph contains an Eulerian trail. The graph contains an Eulerian trail. Then we have to prove that graph has exactly two odd vertices. Okay. So this is a graph which contains an Eulerian trail. One of the previous result or theorem says a graph is Eulerian graph if and only if it has exactly all the vertices are of even degree, isn't it? So that's the previous result what we have recalled. just the Eulerian cycle. A graph is said to be Eulerian graph if and only if degree of every vertex is even. So if I just join these two by an edge, what happens? These two are the exactly two odd vertices. Then by joining this edge, every vertex becomes even degree. It implies that graph has an Eulerian cycle. If that graph has an Eulerian cycle, it implies that graph is an Eulerian graph, isn't it? But deleting this edge, what happens? That constitute Eulerian trail. It implies these are the two vertices which are exactly two odd vertices. So this is how, if you consider if that graph contains an Eulerian trail, it is very easy to verify that graph contains two odd vertices. Okay, two odd vertices, because if we join, that will form an Eulerian cycle. Okay, now the converse part, if I consider converse part, suppose there are exactly two odd vertices. There are exactly two odd vertices, say u and v. U and v are the two odd vertices. Okay. Now we consider two cases. Case 1. Case 1. Suppose these are the two odd vertices. Case 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is our u and this is our v. These are the exactly two odd vertices. Degree is 3, degree is 5. Remaining all vertices I have not considered. General way of thinking. All other vertices are even vertices. So case 1, suppose there are two odd vertices. If they are not adjacent, of course these are the two odd vertices. If they are not adjacent, what happens? If I join these two vertices by an edge E, then G plus E, say it is H. Then the graph H is an Eulerian graph, because after joining this edge, U and V have become even vertices. It implies after adding the edge E to G, we got a new graph H, in which degree of every vertex is even in H. It implies H contains an Eulerian cycle. So deleting an edge from the Eulerian cycle, we get an Eulerian trail. Deleting one edge from the Eulerian cycle, definitely we get an Eulerian trail. So this is how we have proved. The second case, case 2. Suppose initially they are adjacent. U and V. So this is one graph in which U, degree of U is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Degree of V is 5. It implies these are the exactly two odd vertices. Remaining all vertices are of even degree. Now, already they are adjacent. What I will do, I will insert one more vertex, a new vertex, say W. Then if I join the vertices U and W and E, W and V, what happens? Then this vertex is of degree 2, that is even degree. After adding these two edges, what happens? U is also of even degree, V is also of even degree. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It implies in the new graph H, after inserting this vertex with these two edges, the new graph H is an Eulerian graph, isn't it? Is an Eulerian graph. So if I delete the vertex W and these two are the consecutive edges, if I delete UW and VW, then what happens? We get an Eulerian trail in G. So this is how we have proved it contains an Eulerian trail. So very interesting proof, very simple proof. So with this, we conclude today's lecture and we will see the other ideas in the next class. Thank you.